Oh man, I didn't want to keep y'all waiting. We back. Shout out to Eagles Army. We back up in this game. I didn't want to keep y'all waiting too long. You know, we gonna warm this mic up. We got a lot to talk about, people. A lot to talk about. Smash the like button as you come in. The real is back. The real is cat. Hey, yeah, we about to talk about it. All things heavyweight division. AJ fighting Gerald Big Baby Miller. Deontay Wilder, he clapped back. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury getting some of the backlash. I know he didn't expect that. We gonna talk about it all on this show. I'll admit it. I can't wait. I told y'all. Every single time I drop a video, we gonna see who show up. When I drop a video and it's getting a certain reactions in the comment section, we gonna see who knows what. We got the hot seat. I'm going live and we gonna talk about it. I promise you that. We figured a way to destroy the game. Hey, smash the like button. We working. Big bang, take little bang. It's that boss talk. Boss talk. Do the boss walk. Boss talk. Do the boss walk. Yeah. We gonna see. Hey. We gonna see who has the best arguments, most facts, realest stories. Gang. Yeah. We about to do it. Shout out to DC. We about to do it. We about to talk that talk. We about to do it. We about to talk that talk. Hey. I told y'all. This is not a game. 2019. YouTube tripping. Says we buffering. It don't matter. Stay tuned for the slaughterhouse. Like Royce and them. We say poise. Hey. I like this. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. We gonna talk that talk. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. Screw it. Yeah. Shout out to Harlem. My guy Nelson Santos. We just gonna ride out. Ride all the way out, man. Too cold. Two-tone. I like this beat. We just warming up the mic. Waiting for people to join. We gonna talk. We waiting for people to join. Let's get it. Hold on, we're gonna switch this out. Watching from the UK. Shout out to Hassan. He said he high as fuck. Wow. Gang. Yeah. Hold on, YouTube is tripping right now. Hold on 1 second. Yo, can you guys hear me? Hello. If y'all can hear me, throw them dubs up. Throw them dubs up. I need to see them dubs. YouTube is playing with us. I have no idea. It's like every single stream I start, put your doves out. I have no idea. It's like for the first 10 minutes, every stream, I gotta figure this out. This is killing me. No, I know I went out for a second. Hopefully we don't have no more interruptions. Yeah. Let's do that roll call. Shout out to Flint. City, state, zip. Yeah. We gonna zone out, talk about this Tyson Fury shit. Hopefully it's not too much of a lag. Let's get it. Yeah. Shout out to Westchester. Denver. They in the building. Bow down to that real shit. I am legend, I'm Will Smith. I kill shit, leave him real stiff. And oh my, let's stop. Bow down to that real shit. I am legend like I'm Will Smith. Kill shit, leave him real stiff. Shout out to Buffalo, Milwaukee, Montreal, QC. I see y'all. 210, San Antonio, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Seattle, Baton Rouge. Man, listen. YouTube is fucking up for real. Like, I don't know if they think I'm R. Kelly or what. It's like, y'all playing with me, man. I'm about to flip out like R. Kelly and them on that interview. I didn't do nothing. They trying to R. Kelly the boy. You know, they trying to Finding Neverland. We didn't do nothing. Hey, we gonna do it. We gonna do it. Yeah. Talk about Tyson Fury. Talk about Tyson Fury. We about to do it. We gonna do it. Talk about Tyson Fury. Shout out to 402 Omaha. Man, they playing with me. This ain't no fucking music. They try to R. Kelly the kid. What? We're about to get started in a second. Hope you guys are ready. I'm going to keep doing that. I told you. I'm going to keep doing this. When there's all these comments and people want to say crazy stuff, when we know who's leading the pack, new media, we just going to go on live, you know. Now, usually I don't do this, but I'm about to break y'all off with a remix. And I'm not trying to be rude, little girl, feeling you. No, let me stop. They try to R. Kelly me already, you know. So let me just stop. Girl, I'm on a mission, about to send my ass to prison. Beep, beep, let me get that toot. And in the hand to boom. Y'all can't R. Kelly me because I ain't do nothing. This the remix and get it. Shawty real. Let me stop. It's a remix to Ignition. They about to send me to prison. My parole is. Give me that toot toot. Yeah, bro. You can't. You what? They can't R. Kelly me, motherfucker. I am YouTube. I ain't do nothing. Ego love the kids. Not like that, though. You know, we give back to the community. I told you, Nino Brown. I might give out turkeys this year. He said he be picking up the soap. Wow. I'm in the shower with the robe. I ain't dropped soap. Hold on. We gonna talk about it. I told you, I'm coming back. I'm coming back like boomerangs. Look at that blend game, though. My barber got hand. Look at that blend. You see that blend? My barber will chop your fucking head off. You see that blend, though? Look at that blend. My barber gave me that John B. That's why they mad. My barber gave me that John B. Don't say what you won't do. You know you be the first. Hey, They don't know when I'm don't listen to what people say. They don't know about. Are you still down? Remember that? Still down for me, down for me. Hey, that shit slapped. Shout out to John B. She gave me that. Don't say what you won't do. You know you beat Y'all don't know about good old R&B. Let's get it. Yeah, I brushed my hair. Look, they mad already because I brushed my hair. Why do black people like their barber more than their girlfriend? All right, we ready. All right. I got this. Yo, what up? The Black Channel. Why do blacks like barbers? Why is a haircut so important? Listen, Tyson Fury, he was on Twitter talking crazy. Wilder responded. I got videos. One's coming, you know. I gotta upload it while I'm doing that. You dig? I already did one. Subscribe to the channel. This is the livest live stream you're gonna get in this boxing game. Like I said before, I told you, I keep telling you, I done the livest game. This is why they mention me. They have to mention me. I'm the clout god. And that blend is looking vicious. So that's why. Got that John B. Just say. So, Tyson Fury, I'm just going to paraphrase. I don't even feel like reading all this stuff. So let me just say it my way. If you don't like it, leave. Go to Twitter. You do your own investigative research. We got this. Don Marco. Tyson Fury basically said, okay, so there was an article written. It said Wilder calls Tyson Fury boring. Tyson Fury responds and he says, oh, I'm so boring. How come in America, ESPN gave me $100 million on my deal? You know, so if I thought it was so boring. So Wilder clapped back to that. So that's where we're at. Wilder came with receipts though, and kind of exposed Tyson Fury, like kind of putting out a falsehood. So listen, I don't care. Like me personally, I don't care how much these dudes is making. I care about the fights. I care about the sport of boxing, the growth of that. You know, I don't care if Tyson Fury is making 100 quid, Squidward. You know, I don't care about that. Whatever he's making, as long as he's being taken care of and he like it and he can help his family, I'm with it. But the thing is, see, Tyson Fury, I'm gonna just say it like this. A lot of people come to America and they have no concept about the politics and what goes on in America because they're not from America, you know? So Tyson Fury's like raving and bragging, but it's deeper than you think. And I know people get mad, but fuck them. You know, when I bring up race, but fuck them because it's a part of this society. Tyson Fury's bragging. Yeah, a lot of times these big companies will, and I'm not trying to be affirmative action, and I know all these motherfuckers, you're race baiting, you're pulling the race card, you know, and why did you make it about, you made it about race. Why would, this is what they do. Instead of hearing out what you're saying, Colin Kaepernick, Boxingego, they don't try to refute what's being said. Notice that. They don't say, hey, you're wrong, I can prove it. What they do is try to label you. They try to say, oh, you're race baiting. So you see actual racism in boxing, right? But then somehow you peg me and blame me for pointing out the politics and politricks and the double standard. That's not gonna fly. That shit is a dub. That shit is all the way a dub. It don't work like that. But anyway, a lot of people come to America and they don't have no concept of what they're talking about in terms of the inner workings and the dealings of America because they're not from America. You know, similar to Eddie Hearns, he was like asking random New Yorkers who Deontay Wilder was. It means nothing. Have you been to New York? The motherfuckers will give you $1.50 for a fucking deli sandwich. New York is not playing. Like, you know, I know, no, for real. I know some people in New York, they'll give you that $1.50 for a pastrami sandwich. You dig? Like, hey, I need you to slice this dude, you know. Like, I'm gonna give you a pastrami sandwich. Oh, dead ass? Where are you at though? You know what I'm saying? New York, have you guys been to New York? Honestly, have you guys been through New York? New York with the shit. Like, New York, I'm a West Coast dude, but they'll give you $1.50 for nothing. You know, they give you $1.50 like change. Like, you asking random New Yorkers, them motherfuckers don't want to be bothered anyway. They're always bothered. You know, listen, if you in New York, you around hustlers. Real talk. There's a hustle everywhere. So they don't, you know, people don't want to be stopped anyway. You know, they got, I promise you, I went to New York, they had every 2 feet on this whole strip walkaway, there was somebody selling something. They had shit you don't even need, like Pogs. Remember Pogs? The little with the slammer? They was selling Pogs and marble, all types of hair care products. One dude was selling roasted marinated peanuts. I'm like, damn, I never had roasted peanuts, but this smell good right now. Like, New York, they got hustlers. You know, New York is, you know, everybody's trying to eat. So Eddie Hearns asking random people who Wilder is. You motherfuckers don't even know who their daddy is and shit. You know, what the fuck does that mean? It means nothing. Tyson Fury did the same thing. He in LA asking random people, I'm the Gypsy King, and, you know, we're going to ask random people. So once again, I could tell you're not from America because that's not how this shit is set up. You know, I'm in the Bay Area, but if you go to fucking, you know, like Big Five Sporting Goods or Chuck E. Cheese's, who's Boxingego? They might not know me. But you ask people in California who I am that watch boxing, that's something different. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't even know who. A lot of people, you know, some people don't know who own Amazon, and he worth billions. So none of that really matters. So you have to understand the inner workings and how America works. It's a big place. There's different regions. You know, people think because put it this way. There's parts of America, I'm American, and there's parts of America I've clearly never been to. You know what I'm saying? I've never been to New Orleans. I want to go. You know, Regis Prograis about to fight there. Shout out to him. Shout out to them 504 Hot Boys. You know, but I've never been to Alabama. You know, this is vast. But I'm pretty sure a lot of the people from the UK that are from England have been to Sheffield, been to Bolton, been to London, you know, and a lot of the various parts. You get what I'm saying? Suffolk. They've been to the different spots. America's different. It's not set up like that. So Tyson Fury's up here bragging, oh, how come I got paid? How come I got paid $100 million if I'm so boring? You don't understand how this shit is set up. How come Lomachenko is ESPN said he was the number 1 pound for pound? How come ESPN put Ronda Rousey, you know, on the fucking fighter of the year list the same year she got knocked out? So you bragging about some shit that we know the politics. ESPN, you know, they have good news sometimes, like, you know, break the stories because they have connects and stuff, but they oftentimes have a lot of biased shit. They really sold Ronda Rousey as the best female fighter in the world. Now, I ain't got no beef with Ronda Rousey, right? But I'm keeping it a buck. If Ronda Rousey is the best fighter right now, no, actually the best fighter ever, put her in there with Ann Wolfe. Not Ann Wolfe like years ago that fought Vonda Ward. I'm talking about contemporary Ann Wolfe, you know, because James Kirkland ain't been fighting, you know. So I'm talking about the Ann Wolfe that was in Wonder Woman. And we'll see who's the best fighter of this generation. Ann Wolfe would smoke Ronda Rousey. She would have been in wrestling a long time ago. But guess what? the powers that be, they elevated her, you know? And guess what? Ronda Rousey, lightweight, got a nasty attitude, you know, kind of crabby and snooty and stuff like that. They didn't care. But let Floyd do that. Let Terrence Crawford cop an attitude. Let Errol Spence not be nice in the interview and you know, say things about homosexuality and shit like Tyson Fury did. Do you think these people would have gave Terrence Crawford a bag? You know, this shit is set up for you to fail in America. If you're a minority, it's set up for you to fail. Straight up. Here's why. If you play your position and you don't do too much like Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, unless provoked, then they tell you you need to be more like Broner. But then they don't like Broner because he is Broner and because he does Broner type things. Ah, man, you know, AB, ass beating, athletic bastard, another body, you know. I just beat the fuck out of a African, Dominican, American, Mexican. It's set up for you to fail. So what are we talking about? It's set up for you to fail. You act like Broner, they say you a coon, they say you're ignorant, you're a buffoon, you're the joke of boxing because you having fun with life and you act how you want to act. But if you quiet, they say shut up. You need to speak up for yourself. So you're trapped either way. You're trapped. So there's a lot. This shit runs deep. You know, this shit runs deeper than the Nile River. This shit runs deep. If you prove I'm lying, like Cassidy said, prove I'm lying to find correct. Prove I'm lying. Tell me you don't hear people tell Terrence Crawford he got to sell the fight more. You know? And then he said he going to knock a bean burrito out of Jose Benavidez. And then Jose Benavidez said he going to throw chicken at or whatever the fuck. And then it's too far. You know what I'm saying? Or if he pushes Hank Lundy, then it's too far. So it's like, what do they want you to do in America? Exactly. Shout out to Macadon. Eagle Valley to Dawn. I get it cracking, y'all. So you're either screwed either way. Triple G seems like a nice guy, you know, dressed like Mr. Rogers and shit. Hey, no, guys, hey, Max. Right? Yeah, why can't you be more like Triple G? But guess what? There are guys that are more like Triple G that don't go out of their way to bash and trash talk. Andre Ward, you still don't like him. So, like I said, you trapped either way. You trapped either way. If you just mild manner like Ward, like Timothy Bradley, you know, Ward's a Olympic gold medalist. Oh, I don't like people who are trash talking, you know. I like guys like Triple G because he just, you know, he does his talking in the ring. All right, cool. Ward does his talking in the ring. God-fearing man, you still hate him. You still call him inactive Ward. You still, you know, say he lost and it was a robbery and, you know, root for the non-American fighter to knock him out and beat him up, you know, even in the rematch. You don't say, hey, man, he got up from that knockdown and he started getting busy. This dude is for real because Kovalev been slapped people that, you know, when he connected those types of shots. But Ward, he got up. I like that grit. They don't say that, you know. So that's why you have new media. We put this shit back into perspective. Period. Once again, they complain. But at the end of the day, they say I'm wrong, but they won't prove how I'm wrong. They won't actually come up with more examples to show y'all how I'm wrong. I told you, I'm Muhammad Ali of this shit. Muhammad Ali. I'm ready to back up every word I'm saying. I can give you examples. I can give you clippings and comments and forums. I could direct you to the problem. Miss Hawkins. But they still going to deny it. So we just do our thing. So I told you, when there's a video and it's kind of controversial in the comment section, you know, I'm going to make it my duty. I got shit to do. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm trying to do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. but I make the time. I make the time for y'all because we're going to see what it is. You know, again, people, they say I'm lying. They'll say you're a race baiter. They'll say you're this and say you ain't that and say you're the true biased one. But they not disproving y'all. Y'all got to wake up. Y'all got to wake up and smell the coffee, smell the aroma. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who's spitting real. And put it this way. They've been saying this my whole career. Ever since I've been on the platform. Oh, ego shit. Oh, you know, somebody just told me today, after the Mikey Garcia fight, you got to close your channel down. We gonna see. Mikey fights on Saturday. You know, he said after that, for whatever reason, I got to close my channel. We gonna see if my channel is open for business March 17th. You know, they've been saying stuff like that. Why I got to close my channel down? Because I have an opinion. But these other motherfuckers have crazy ass ludicrous opinions based on no fact. They run rampant. They run amok. But I got to close my channel down. We gonna see. We not playing no games. 2019. These dudes know what I'm saying is true. So Tyson Fury, he's bragging about some shit that is really not even based on you. Because like I said, there's a bunch of fighters that I could think of. Listen, right now, I could think of minority fighters on ESPN right the fuck now that are all more entertaining than Tyson Fury. Stylistically, I'm not talking about he's a good showman. You know, hands behind his back and stuff. That's cute. You know, he's a good talker. I like him. But I could tell you, Teofimo, this dude is doing, this shit is more entertaining. You know, he's doing backflips and T-ball. You see how they got mad at Teofimo, my young boy from Honduras, right? Game ain't set up for you to win. He knocked somebody out. He having a little bit of fun with it. They said he childish. He doing home run, you know, Fortnite dances and shit. Let the boy live. And especially when they were at the weigh-in and Maldonado or whatever was like dancing and shit in his face, you know, he just pumped up. He young and winning right now. You know, Terrence Crawford be sticking his tongue out. Let them, you know, they're competitors. You know, period. But you see how it is. Like I said, I could think of a bunch of fighters that are on ESPN right now that are here from America that are more entertaining than Tyson Fury. And he's saying he got 100 mil. I don't know how much it is. I don't know how much the deal, you know, maybe at its best it's worth 100 mil or whatever, you know, with perks. And if they do ESPN pay-per-views, I'm sure it's like an outline of a plan, you know. But at the end of the day, that's who they chose to gave, you know, this crazy lucrative deal. Once again, a foreign fighter. This is HBO Boxing Part 2.0. You know, they keep praising foreign fighters. Cool. There's a lot of great foreign fighters. I ain't no beef with nobody from anyone else or anywhere else. But a lot of times you have a lot of talent and guys who might even be harder to beat, who are more entertaining, speak the common language, you know, no accent, the same type of crazy story. Like, you mean to tell me Terrence Crawford don't have a crazy comeback story? Dude got shot in the fucking head. You know, so Tyson Fury, I hate to tell you this, but Tyson Fury, he has a great story. It's a great, you know, Cinderella man story. But guess what? A lot of it was self-inflicted. Now, I'm not going to get into the mental health part of it because that might be, you know, that could be something that's passed down or something a little bit out of your control. But as far as partying as a result of it and doing cocaine and stuff, that was a choice. You know, I'm pretty sure Terrence Crawford didn't choose to, you know, have some gangsters shoot him in the fucking head. You know, over a dice game or whatever the fuck happened. So, you know, what are we talking about? There's a ton of people. Broner was in prison. He was in prison, you know, when he was an amateur. What about that story? That's a crazy story. Make it out of prison to even get to fight in the main event with Pacquiao. That's an accomplishment in itself. But they don't care about that story. You know, they don't revel in the American story. They just take foreign fighters and put them on the pedestal while shitting on. That's the part I have a problem with. If it was like across the board and the same praise you give to foreign fighters, ESPN and HBO and them was doing this, to everybody, then we have no problem. Tyson Fury, great story. But talk about Terrence Crawford's great story. Talk about how Teofimo, for example, is from Honduras, and there's really no relevant names from Honduras. So he's the first one really putting on, and he got the persona. Or maybe he's too urban. You know? This shit goes deep. And Tyson Fury, he might not know it because maybe he's not like that, or the UK is not like that. But this is what goes on here, because I've been here. I know. You visit. I live here. I'm not a visitor. This is shit I see day to day. You know, and we see the double standards run rampant. So new media, we on you. We on you. We gonna keep coming and keep coming. You know, oh, I hate Broner. He should be like this and more humble, and he's a loudmouth, and loudmouth gets shut up, and you know, Triple G just does his talking in the ring, and Lomachenko don't do this, and blah blah. Then why y'all like Conor McGregor? He be talking the most shit, and he be attacking buses and scaring, you know, women on the buses and children and all types of shit. Y'all like that shit though. One thing about me, I'm not fake. I like Conor McGregor trash talking. That shit entertaining to me. I come up from wrestling era, you know, attitude eras and shit like that. I like it. I like when, this what the funny thing is, you know what they say? If y'all want to know what they say, smash the fucking like button, and can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'm in my bag today. We not playing no games on these clowns. Listen. If y'all want to hear this real shit, can I get a hell yeah? Y'all got to motivate me, goddammit. I like Donald Trump. You about to do 47 months. Like, oh boy. Yeah, get clapped. We menifying y'all motherfuckers, man. Listen. Shooters, clap any hecklers. We not here for that. We getting straight to the sauce. Listen. So when Conor McGregor, he's attacking buses, ruining matches because people get glass in their eye or whatever the fuck happened, that's all good. Broner ain't never went that far that I remember. I never remember an incident where Broner attacked somebody on the card to the point where people on the card couldn't fight. Shout out to Denver. And this is what I'm talking about. This type of behavior gets rewarded. This shit runs deep, y'all. And y'all can deny it. Y'all can say I'm lying and this and that. But you know what I'm talking about. You know, you don't think Terrence Crawford deserves like $100 million or whatever the fuck they gave Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury got his brain spilled on the canvas and got rewarded for it. We never seen Terrence Crawford thus far in that type of predicament. And it's the contrary. The best fighters in the division, you know Crawford about that life. He not, you know, if it was up to him, I really firmly believe he would fight Errol Spence. He would fight Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia. He went at all of them. You get what I'm saying? But you got to look at the people at top, the people, the breadwinners, the people who are distributing the money. Maybe that's not in their plan. They rather promote Ronda Rousey, you know, talk about she the best fighter because they think it's more marketable. They think, you know, the funny thing is this. They think there's no money in the urban community. You know, they think, oh, the black community ain't going to support. That's what they think. You know, and then it doesn't help. I will say that it doesn't help that you have black coon ass channels who don't, you know, they're like, look, this black guy don't even, there's no unity. He don't even support his own. So, you know, that's how some people look at it, especially the racists. But there is money. And there's money just in the sport in general for people who are doing what you're supposed to be doing. So, you know, you got Teofimo calling out the big dog in his division because Mikey moved up. So I'm not considering him at the division because we don't know what's going to happen with Errol Spence. We don't know if he's going to go back to lightweight. So the man in lightweight right now that actively is fighting there is who? Lomachenko. Teofimo got a handful of fights and he's already calling. Hey, Jose de Jesus, chill. I don't know why you blocked him. He was just asking something about Golden Boy. That I don't think he did anything wrong. But anyway, you got to look at it. You know, Tyson Fury got rewarded, and he's taking the moral victory. He didn't beat Wilder. He didn't get the belt. You know, he's claiming robbery and just riding with the fact that, in the notion that he won, in the perception that some people think he won, and he's just riding off with that and got rewarded for it. You see how this works? You see the double standards? Look at, if you have the complexion for the protection, there's no rush. No rush. Why are we rushing? You ain't from Russia, stop rushing. You see? There's no rush. He don't have to. He's not being forced. He's not being rushed. You see how they did Ward? HBO is like, okay, Ward he was a commentator on HBO. So this is your partners. You know, this is people, your co-arts or your co-host or whatever. He was on the network, and they was trying to set him up and put Kovalev in a position. They didn't want Triple G touched. Triple G, Ward was like, yeah, I'll fight him 168 while he was there. They didn't want, Triple G was making money on the network. They didn't want to put Triple G talking about some, oh, hey, no, guys, hey, Max and hey, Andre Ward, he's too good. He's special. He's not. You know, they didn't want to do that. Why didn't we see Andre Ward versus Triple G? That became accepted. You notice they don't even care if you avoid competition when you got the complexion for the protection. How come we never seen Triple G said he would fight Carl Froch, who Andre Ward beat, at the full 168. I have the tweets from Tom Loeffler. He said he would fight big ass Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who can't make weight. You know, it looked like he was 1,000 pounds versus Sergio Maravilla Martinez. You're not concerned with fighting him. You were willing to fight Chavez Jr. at the full weight. Ward don't eat himself out of weight divisions. He moved up because HBO kind of gave him an ultimatum. There's nothing really left here. You already did the Super 6. You beat Chad Dawson. Come on, man. Just move up and fight Kovalev. What's going to take for that? Leave Triple G alone, man. You see where HBO boxing at? I told you, new media, we coming. We gonna keep exposing all this. Why was there no pressure for Triple G to fight Andre Ward? None. No rush. Triple G needed a name. He said Cotto didn't want to smoke. Canelo didn't want to smoke. Martinez, Sergio didn't want to smoke. Fine. Because he actually has a point there. It didn't seem like those guys wanted to smoke. The next best thing would do what your team said you could do. Fight from 154 to 168. 154 to 168. Go to 168. He ain't went to 168 to this day on some Wilder shit. To this day. His team even said he could fight at 175 and beat guys at 175, including Ward, including Kovalev and Adonis Stevens. Why can't we see that? Why can't we see that? Now they talking about, Triple G's, Father Time. And no, what? So we didn't get to see it. So for now, you're going to use some Father Time bullshit. Stop it. New media. We know it. There was no pressure. But meanwhile, Ward gets pressured. He could have fought at 168 because new faces emerged like James DeGale at the time, Badu Jack at the time. And I'm not talking about DeGale now because DeGale, has seen better days. But at the time, before he moved up and fought Kovalev, James DeGale was a player and he hadn't had these performances. I think he probably had the Darrell performance, which was good. Badu Jack was there, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. He could have fought guys at 168. But they rushed him out of the division. It was a rush for him. This is your co-host on HBO to fight Kovalev. But Triple G, to this day, ain't fought no one like Andre Ward. To this day, he ain't even fought at the divisions he said he could fight. That's why I commend guys like, you look at Mikey Garcia. You see how Rigondeaux, all minorities, Guillermo Rigondeaux, he lost to Lomachenko, but he at least moved up 2 divisions. Kell Brook, he lost to Triple G, but he at least moved up 2 divisions. You know, Amir Khan, he fought Canelo, he at least moved up. You get what I'm saying? He at least tried it. He at least tried it to see what it would be. You know, Andre Ward moved up, but Triple G ain't never moved up and never been forced or like convinced to move up. And his division wasn't even popping at the point, at a point in time. And then now his division is popping. They using excuses like, oh, Father Time and, you know, blah, 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 to not see the Charlo fight, for him not to fight Demetrius Andrade. Insane. This is insanity. And this is what Tyson Fury is basically bragging on that happens in America time and time again. Time and time again. You know? And how come, look at it. Just listen to what I'm saying. How come when there's a controversial fight and it's a non-minority, you know, somebody who's fair-skinned, there's no immediate pressure from mass media, big outlets for them to do an immediate rematch. Right? Sugar Ray lost to Roberto Duran. He rematched him 8 months later and beat him and made him quit. No mas. Floyd Mayweather, the 2 tough fights that people that constantly bring up. Jose Luis Castillo, he rematched him 8 months later, the same year, same calendar year. Maidana, people said, oh, it was Maidana draw, and, you know, I don't know, it could have went either way. He rematched him the same year. Andre Ward, oh, the Kovalev fight was close, arguably Kovalev beat, rematched him the same year. Lomachenko, let's look at the other side. Orlando Salido beat him. It's just excuses. Oh, he weighed too much, he fought dirty, and da-da. Okay, rematch him, you know, and clean that up. And get a referee who's going to, you know, clean it up and no missing weight. But he never fought him to this day. Tyson Fury. People are bragging. Oh, he's getting $100 million, allegedly, to not fight Wilder next, which is what everyone was expecting and which could have happened had he not entered this deal. And they bragging. They bragging like that's some cool shit for boxing. This is sad, man. And Tyson Fury's even bragging about it. Sad. Real sad. You know, how come I didn't? How come if I'm so boring, you know, how come they gave me $100 million? That don't have nothing to do with it. That don't mean you the most exciting fighter because a network decided to cash you out. We've seen networks, you know, like I said, put Ronda Rousey on. Ronda Rousey has never, ever been the best female fighter of all time. You know, she couldn't beat Ann Wolfe, couldn't beat Layla Ali. You know, I knew she wasn't going to beat Holly Holm or Amanda Nunes, and those showed. I think I even did a 7 reasons. You know, and see, same thing. Amanda Nunes in the UFC, she does not get the same level of praise and recognition that Ronda Rousey ever got. And she's been destroyed. She destroyed Ronda Rousey in 48 seconds. She destroyed Chris Cyborg, who's named after a fucking machine. And bitches feared Cyborg. And Amanda Nunes destroyed her in 50 seconds. Still don't get the same level of, you know? Maybe she don't look the part. She destroyed Miesha Tate, had her nose looking fucked up. After Miesha Tate beat Holly Holm, who beat Ronda Rousey. Amanda Nunes still don't get. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. She get half of what Ronda Rousey. I know she don't get the paychecks. Don't even start that. Ronda Rousey, to get her ass whooped in 48 seconds by Nunes, got paid like $3 million. You know, that was just what was disclosed. Amanda Nunes got like $200,000 and maybe some more money if she were to win. How is that pay scale even a factor? You know, and this is what Tyson Fury is basically bragging about, because this is what our society deals with. You know, the pay scale all fucked up. You know, you can't tell me Tyson Fury is the most exciting guy. You know, truth be told, Dillian White, he's a new heavyweight on ESPN. He's more exciting. But why didn't they offer him $100K or $100 mil? Tyson Fury ain't got no belt like that, you know. He beat the guy, you know, and then messed up. Dillian White's more entertaining for sure. Does anyone not agree with that? Does anyone believe that Tyson Fury is a more entertaining, stylistic fighter than Dillian White? Tyron Woodley beat Darren Till, who looked huge next to him, FYI, and big puncher, with ease, and Dana White didn't even go to the press conference. That's what I'm saying. America, Ice Cube Ben told you about this. America's most wanted. You already know what it is. That's cool. You know, if this is race baiting and all that bullshit, prove me wrong. I'm waiting for that. Prove what I'm saying is wrong. Tell me how Amanda Nunes gets treated like Ronda Rousey. I'll wait. Hey, listen. The shooters and everybody, y'all got to stop arguing. We're having a deep conversation, and it's really not about that. You know, you guys have to get it together. We trying to, like, you're distracting from everybody. You know, I'm going to have to just pull everyone's badges, because we got real life issues in boxing, and then now we have inner turmoil with you guys arguing with each other. If someone needs to go, then get them out of here. Whoever's causing the distraction, please. You know, we trying to talk boxing, and whatever's happening is taken away from that. Please. So whoever, you know, whatever's going on with whatever, please, everybody just drop it, or, you know, escort the person out, whatever is happening. But anyway, yeah, so we know this shit is not based on a fairness scale. We know that much. Dana White showed up when Tyron lost. Yeah, I'm sure he did. You know, so we know that. You know, he's Wilder, with all of the flaws people talk about and chicken legs and all this dumb shit, he's more entertaining than Tyson Fury, for sure. Because he goes for broke and he has knockout power, and he's a heavyweight. That's what people watch the heavyweight division. Once again, the favoritism, the tribalism, the racism and stuff is so prevalent in this sport of boxing that guess what? Now all of a sudden, a division that's known for big, you know, big heavy-handed knockouts and stuff, Ray Mercers and Tommy Morrison, George Foreman, Ernie Shavers, obviously Mike Tyson, right? Now all of a sudden, people are pro the boxer, the sweet scientist. Get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, I like how Tyson Fury doesn't knock out majority of the elite opponents because his boxing IQ is just up there. It is up there. But guess what? Now all of a sudden, you prioritize boxing skill over knockouts in the heavyweight division. These dudes are so full of shit, you know. But then when I'm at fights like Terrence Crawford versus Victor Postal, they said, oh, Crawford ran. Why didn't Crawford close the show? I mean, he hurt Postal, but why didn't he even finish him? Why did it take 11 rounds for Crawford to finish Jose Benavidez and shit like that? They complain. So the people got hurt, knocked down, and or knocked out in Crawford fights. They're still complaining. They're still talking about he ran and some bullshit. He ran, but Victor Postal was literally, I was in Vegas for that fight. Literally, Postal was getting his ass beat, and he literally ran the other direction after getting knocked down or hurt by Terrence Crawford. Somehow, Crawford emerged as the runner in that fight. He was the runner in this situation. You know, so that's not good enough. Oh, yeah, I mean, so even though this guy stopped Lucas Matisse and, you know, made his eye pop out, whatever the fuck happened to Matisse, the machine, you know, and it was bigger than Crawford, somehow that's not impressive to you. You know, he's an ESPN fighter too. That wasn't impressive, you know. Taking too long because for the Benavidez knockout, last round or 11th round, whenever it happened, that took too long. Tyson Fury doesn't really knock out many opponents. And if it is, it's like kind of like a forced stoppage. The guy's just out of the fight, but he's not like out of this world, you know. Now all of a sudden you care about boxing clinics. Get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, you know, when Lomachenko doesn't have the power to knock out people, now you care about high tech and oh, look how he boxes, and I mean phenomenal footwork, you know. And this footwork is just something. It's marvelous, you know. But when Floyd Mayweather showed you better footwork, and when he showed you more athleticism, and he showed you better defense where he's not getting hit, then he's a runner, a bitch, pillow-fisted, you know, fairy, coward, whatever, you know, whatever people insults they wanted to call him. The fact of the matter is, there's people on that protected list, and there's other people who aren't on the list who actually do what you're praising the other people for doing, but they do it better. That's a reality. Tyson Fury can box, yes. He gets a lot of credit for being his size in boxing. He don't box better than Floyd Mayweather. Does anyone believe that Tyson Fury is a more superb boxer than Floyd Mayweather? Like, really? Show your face so you can get ate the fuck up in this hot seat. We not playing no games. You know, you like boxing clinics, then you should love Floyd Mayweather. You know, at the second part of his career. Because let's be honest, Floyd Mayweather, when he was fighting guys more his natural size, he was knocking fools out. So let's let one of these idiots step up. Who believes that Tyson Fury is a better pure boxer than Floyd Mayweather? You know, you see what they do to minorities. Oh, he's boring and runner and all types of marathons and all that. But Floyd does everything that Tyson Fury does, but better. And he's in a smaller, more compact frame, and he's athletic, and he has better fast twitch reaction. Floyd is just all the way faster, everything. Foot speed, hand speed, processing. Floyd is not getting knocked to his, you know, doomsday in any round. Definitely not late in fights. Floyd, the adversity he's dealt with, De La Hoya, Maidana, Cotto, Ricky Hatton, DeMarcus Corley, Emmanuel Augustus, all these types of things was primarily in the front half of the fight. Tyson Fury they're saying he's the masterclass boxer, but he getting hurt in the later portion of the fight. It's typically not what you see, you know. But all this other shit, Edeslandi Lara do it, you know. If he boxes well, he's boring, you know. Tyson Fury moves and feints and shit, and he's the, you know, greatest thing ever. And I'm not taking away Tyson Fury is a good boxer, but I'm just exposing the double standards, you know. If you had put it this way, if Tyson Fury and Floyd Mayweather were in the same division, who would win? Wilder almost killed Fury, and yet and still Fury got rewarded with the crazy contract that he's bragging about. But again, I'm telling you, this is deeper than your performance. It's the higher ups. They got money, and they want to spend their money on certain people and certain looks and certain images. We know that. You know, and the other thing is, like, I love Deontay Wilder, but if Deontay Wilder was in the same division as Floyd has dealt with styles like that. Maidana's and Emmanuel Augustus and Ricky Hatton. He's dealt with guys who are kind of wild. I don't think Floyd would be getting knocked to his doomsday in the 12 if they were naturally the same, you know, division. And see, this is the other thing. People say all this stuff, spaghetti leg Wilder and all this bullshit. Wilder is weighing 209. This is unheard of. Alexander Usyk probably outweighs Wilder on fight nights, or at least on the, you know, on the fight night he outweighs Wilder on the scale. This man Tyson Fury weighed 250 and still didn't put Wilder on his ass. Meanwhile, the guy who weighed in the day before at 209, which is ridiculous. I weigh more than Wilder, for sure. He's putting somebody down who's taller, you know, bigger mass-wise. Stop it. Wilder might be the most powerful. And I said this for the longest. He might be the strongest guy in heavyweight history. Real talk. Look at his weight, bro. Like George Foreman looked like he'll fuck you up. Wilder looked like a basketball player. If any, he got like a LeBron type of physique. George Foreman was like thick. My mama met George Foreman. My mom used to work at the Capitol. She got a picture of George Foreman. His hand looked like a fucking bear claw. I've been right next to Wilder. He's bigger than people probably think, and he's definitely lanky and tall, but he's like super athletic and super lean, like narrow waist type. You know, I'm just giving you guys a visual. Klitschko looked strong. That motherfucker is 6'6" and looked diesel. Klitschko was on a Muscle and Fitness magazine back in the day, because I remember I bought it. You know, Joshua looked like a fucking RoboCop and shit. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. You know, he looked the part. Action Jackson head ass. You know, Wilder's producing crazy amounts of power, undersized. You know, even Joshua was like, oh, he's too light. I'll eat him. But still ain't fought him. Yeah, I think, honestly, the thing with Wilder, people keep stressing, and I've said this the longest, people keep stressing his lack of technique. That's probably why he's fucking you up. If he was just like, you can anticipate everything he's going to do, just, Chab, 1, 2, then he probably wouldn't be as much of a threat. You know, I talked to my man from Brooklyn. Shout out to Eric Kelly. Eric Kelly, he said pretty much the same thing too. You know, he pretty much said the same thing. It's like actually Eric Kelly said this to me on an interview. You guys can go check it out. He said, well, Wilder, you gotta be, he said, this punch is north, east, north, south, west, the punches from everywhere. So how do you control that? That's why listen, we know there's a lot of better boxers than Wilder in terms of fundamental. Luis Ortiz. There's no one that can tell me Luis Ortiz is not technically a better boxer. Same thing with Fury. But he's still hurting them. That shows you something. He's on to something. Reggie Miller didn't have the best looking shot, but it was money. Exactly. He'll still shoot your lights out with them threes. You know, like Lil Wayne said. He said, I'm awkward like Cartwright. Fuck with a nigga. Shot ugly, but my arch right. Come on, dog, bark, bite. Fork in the road, I'm always going right. He said, I'm awkward like Cartwright. Fuck with a nigga. Shot ugly, but my arch right. Come on, dog, bark. It don't matter how ugly the shot is. And I used that before. Bill Cartwright, ugly ass shot. But if you hit the buzzer beater, nobody care about that. Especially in the heavyweight division. You know, and the thing is, Wilder, he showed his durability because he's not getting, you know, people keep showing me this clip of him in the amateurs getting knocked out or some shit. But show me, where was that when Tyson Fury fought him? Or Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz had him hurt, but it wasn't what we seen in that clip of him falling through the ropes and shit. So it's just crazy. It's crazy that people focus on little things. Wilder's legs and shit. Who does that? You know, especially in the heavyweight division. But anyway, that's the situation with the Tyson Fury. To me, I'm just disappointed with Tyson Fury's decision. We thought we had a whole last fight, you know, that get us through the first half of the year, and then boom, one less mega fight. And then people bragging about it. They happy about it. You know, so Wilder's 100% right, and I think the fans should do what's right and support what's real. You know, people criticizing Wilder for fighting Dominic Breazeale. How? He's fighting him only, like, it's so unfair. It's laughable. It's laughable. Wilder goes to Russia to fight Povetkin. He fails a drug test. It's Wilder's fault. Wilder keeps proving that he's with the smoke. Wilder was supposed to fight a random Polish Andrzej Wazowski or some shit. He fails a PED test. So he said, fuck it, I'll fight undefeated Gerald Washington, who's about my height, athletic, you know, bigger than me mass-wise, and, you know, was outboxing him. Knocked him out. You know, Wilder been chasing down Anthony Joshua. Wilder's chasing down the rematch with Tyson Fury. Wilder is the guy who said that he'll take the boogeyman, Luis Ortiz, who no one to this day wants to fight. People, Wilder knocked out. See, the game, there's so many people that are so fake. They don't want to fight Luis Ortiz now. Everyone keeps calling him old, but no one's sending him a proper contract. So he got knocked out. We seen him get knocked out, and he was dribbling. He was, you know, spittles, you know, like a baby was coming out. They still don't, because they know Wilder has freakish power, and they know, damn, Wilder went through hell to produce that knockout, and he has crazy power. So if I have a little bit lesser power, what the fuck is going to happen to me? Or a lot lesser power. What's going to happen to me? Wilder called out Joseph Parker. They still don't want to fight Luis Ortiz. People talk about him, Usyk and Dillian White, but no one's sent him a real contract. At all. And Wilder showed you there's a way to beat him because he beat him. I'm going to beat him. And he came in light for that fight too. They said he was sick. He was 214, 215 for that fight. I'm telling you, ever since new media came on the scene, we made it ugly. We made it ugly for old media to talk boxing. They can't do it like us because they're not speaking facts. They're not speaking from any like respectable. That's why you notice there's no interviews being conducted by these radical like old media channels that constantly mention me or say the bullshit. That there's none. Like, you don't see Wilder or Joshua. Like, so I get it, you know, Wilder and Joshua have different fan bases. I get it, Tyson Fury and Wilder might have different fan bases. You don't see none of them being retweeted or discussed or talked about or revered or granted interviews with these dudes. I told you, Tupac of this shit. The day I got out of jail is a motherfucking problem to be where the fuck you was from. We speaking that gospel and they know it. That's why the only thing they could do is mention me. Don't mention me. I ain't got nothing to do with nobody. This is my channel. I only got one channel that I run. You know? Why in Tyson Fury, you his biggest supporter, why he ain't giving you an interview? Why Tyson Fury ain't, you know, giving you a phone interview or something? You know, just a little something. I know fighters watch my shit. I know for a fact. I know Anthony Joshua watched my video before. I don't know how often, but I got sources. AJ had headphones in, was listening to my shit. So I know they listen to my shit. I ain't worried about it. I ain't even worried about it. So we kill him. Eating deluxe mixed nuts. Pause. One channel, one boss. Gang, gang. Exactly. So you know what it is, man. You know who's winning this race. And speaking of race, every time I mention race, they say you're stupid. You're a race baiter. But you're not telling me what I said that you disagree with. That's way off the mark. That's what they won't do. Why not? You said it's going to be easy. You said it's supposed to be easy. That's how you know they don't have a point. Bevo Smith, I don't know. Bevo didn't look that great versus Jean Pascal. And Joe Smith can crack. I don't know. I ain't really thought about it. But Tyson Fury is getting some backlash. Part of that is definitely new media. But there are some people calling it fair. I even see UK fans saying, hey, Don't live these are good. I'm hungry as shit. Don't live a lie. That's all I'm saying. These dudes know deep down what they saying is stupid. But you only lying to yourself. You only lying to yourself. That's the worst person to lie to. You in denial. You can't even keep it real with yourself. That's sad when you can't even trust yourself. You know what Tyson Fury did. He took the money and you justifying it. And listen, it wouldn't even be that bad if you justify it for everybody. When Floyd Mayweather want to fight Tenshin Nasukawa and, you know, Juntao from Rush Hour and all this shit, then shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. Because you know that man you know that man Floyd Mayweather, he getting that easy work. He getting 9-10 million to knock some kid out in one round. You wouldn't do that? And the thing is, Floyd's at the tail end. You know, he's just, that motherfucker go on a vacation and want to re-up. I've been spending a lot of money this month, so I'm a fight in Japan, exhibition. You know, it doesn't go on anybody's record. That's just the way. That's like going to the casino. You know, let me just re-up real quick. Yeah, he fought, you know, Juntao and shit from Rush Hour. Juntao. Yeah. Come on, Floyd. Fight like a man. Put the gun down. Fight like a man. Oh, hell no. You want me to fight like a man? Yeah, okay. I'm going to fight like a man. Yeah, Floyd. Fight like a man. Wipe yourself off. You bleed. Wipe yourself off. You dead. Why would they not want my help? Because they don't give a damn about you. They don't like you. I don't like you. I don't care. I'm here for the girl. The girl don't like you. Nobody like you. Beach Boys. Great American music. The Beach Boys don't like you. Yeah, man. $50 million? Man, what you think you got? Kelsey Grammer? Chelsea Carter? Kelsey Clinton? New media is just destroying. Is that wise up, my nigga? What did you just say? Wise up, my nigga. Hey, Jackie was a fool. He was a whole ass fool in that. Oh, wow. Ooh, yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Whoa. Ooh, yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it with me. You are. Man, hell nah. It ain't you all, it's y'all. Sound like a goddamn karate movie. That man was tripping. Whoa. Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Gefilte fish. Come on. Gefilte fish. Man, we got that G14 classified. Fuck you mean? He said, man, where you get some C4? I've been looking everywhere for some C4. Man, do y'all know you got some C4? Hey, he was hey. Oh my God. Y'all see the deleted scenes? He was like, the cop was like, show me your ass. He's like, show me your ass. Y'all some ass cops right now. Man, where you get some C4? I've been looking everywhere for some C4. This dude was tripping off that C4. Hit that Michael. Yeah. Yeah, that was some funny. I gotta watch that again. Whoa. I ain't no punk bitch either. My daddy kick your daddy ass. My daddy once caught a bullet with his bare hands. Yeah, my daddy kick your daddy ass. Oh, classics. Man, I want some Mushu. He said, Ricky, dog, get up, dog. Ricky Tag, get up, dog, let's go. Why he kicked the dude's laptop, dog? He's like, Ricky Tag, get up, dog, let's go. We gotta go, Ricky. Ricky Tag, Huh? Ricky? That man was like, Ricky? He was really stomping. He really stomped out that man's MacBook Pro. That shit. He's like, Ricky Ted, get up, dog. Let's go. Man, come on, Ricky. Ricky, we gotta go, dog. Chris Tucker in his prime was funny as fuck. Money Talks is my shit too. Why was he he was at something and he was on the phone with somebody and the bad guy came and he was like, hey, cops want to talk to you. They want to know where to pick you up at. Cops want to talk to you. That shit was funny. He said cops want to talk to you. Like the bad guy just for to get on the phone. Hello? Cops want to talk to you. They want to know where to pick you up at. Hey, the cops want to talk to you. Frenchie! Is this what you want? That dude was tripping. Huh? Frenchie? Remember when he stomped him out like Kane and he was like, huh? Did you like that? Huh? Frenchie? Oh, you threw that Mike Epps in at 15, a 30, a 37, 38. 45 on them. Man, you keep playing like that, I'm going to Dwight's. Who is Dwight? The white around your lip. That shit. A 15, a 30, 37, 38. He said Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh my God, y'all gonna have me watching my movies. He said, look at your forehead. He said, you in the army, you got to salute like, yes, sir. He threw it hella far back. Listen. He said, when you sleep, you don't have dreams, you have movies. See, he said, I need to watch the Rush Hour movie. That shit is hella funny. Classic. Money Talks was hilarious, too. He was like, I'm wanted for murder. You got to be looking for a goddamn broom sweep. That shit funny. Anyway, back to this boxing shit. Smash the like button. We working. We just improving a little bit. What's Sugar Hill? The Wesley Snipes one? What's Sugar Hill? That's the Wesley Snipes movie? Where the brother had that fucked up voice. What you mean? I meant them. Who's that dude with that fucked up voice that be in the movie? Is that the Eddie Kane from 5 Heartbeats? I'm trying to tell you. Like, what the fuck? That motherfucker half demon? Like, what's your rap? Man, I'm black and demon. What the fuck? His voice sound crazy. You know, is that Eddie Kane? I forgot the actor, but I just remember his voice was fucked up. Oh yeah, he was in Money Talks. Franklin wants some weapons. Motherfucker, you just woke up? You brush your teeth? Motherfucker, demon. Fucking demon night. Tell some crip looking at. What the fuck? His voice. Yeah, Franklin, you better not be. I swear. Yo, Macy Gray sounding motherfucker. I tried to say goodbye and I choked. I try to walk away and I stumble. Like, fucking Training Day ass. I want to see them warrants, boys. Some of them warrants. Fucking, what? Macy Gray was tripping in Training Day. Junior, they want to shoot your auntie in the face. Yeah, man, I know all the movies. 5 Heartbeats. He's like, I still got it, baby. I still got it. Like, crackheads be doing too much, bro. Like, you really did too much for this little street performance with the street lights and shit. Crackheads be doing too much, bro. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? He's like, I still got it, baby. What the fuck is he transforming? Taking a shit? Like this motherfucker need a fix so bad. I'm from the Bay, man. We know about crackheads. These crackheads be, hey, I can still say, let me say it. That's how they be like that at the Bay. They be the crackhead be just popping out like TMZ and shit. You walk into the store, oh shit, what the fuck? Bay Area got some real. They got that town dope. That town dope. How you struggle. Hey, y'all tripping. Y'all gotta be tripping. I'm getting hot and shit. Like I'm the fiend and shit. What? Hey, yeah, man, Sugar Hill, he was tripping. That's the Romello or whatever, Wesley Snipes. His dad was on that heroin, and I remember it was the dude from Tales from the Hood played his dad, Romello's pops. He was on drugs. I'm telling you, if you ever seen Drug Addicts, he did drugs for the movie because that was too real. He was like, He was doing way too much. He was like, and I seen a tear come down his eye. Hey, bro, you was really on. Yeah, Clarence Williams III, exactly. Mod Squad, look at that. Them, like, this man was really on that Sherm or something. Yeah, he was funny in Tales from the Hood. Hey, man, give us the shit. Had a big ass cat. Ah, yes. The shit. Yo, we knee deep in the shit. Like, if you don't fix that gap. Hey, watch that Sugar Hill. He was tripping. You sound like bird mating calls and shit. My neighbors probably think I'm fucking insane and shit. Yeah, little black shit. All they do is make bird noises. We're trying to sleep. Why would they say, I don't know. He's turning into a hawk or something. I love my life. Anyway, Tyson Fury. It's not looking good. Everybody mad at you. But anyway, Wilder posted a clip of Bob Arum saying, yeah, I wouldn't quote no 100 million because that's not really entirely true. So Tyson Fury bragging about getting 100 mil, and then Bob Arum is on record, like his voice, you hear his voice. I tried to tell Tyson Fury he's not getting 100 mil. I told you we got the livest live stream. See, that's what I'm saying. Them motherfuckers be copying. I got a new format on some of the videos. You'll see like little picture of me at the bottom while I'm talking about some of this shit. They want to be like me so bad. Watch, I promise you, there's channels that watch my playlist, like, you know, what I upload, and then go recycle the video, you know, and just do their version of it. They copy me. I'm the most copied in boxing for sure. You know, my thumbnail style, all that, bro. They want to be like me so bad, but certain things you can't teach. You can't do that Jackie Chan like me. Why would they not? The girl don't like you. Fury escaped death and was happy with the draw. That's what I'm saying. And you know, he had to really do the math, and he realizes, like, do you understand how crazy it sounds right now? It sounds crazy that His whole talking point. See, this is what happens when you don't think about it and you just go for the flow. His whole talking point. Su Young. Oh, when you want. She was killing that Mariah Carey. But listen, when you're in the heat of the moment, you don't have time to think. So now his story is he's telling everybody he won 10 rounds clear. That sounds ridiculous. Like, I'm a man before anything else. And I'm going to tell y'all straight up. I personally thought Andre Ward beat Kovalev. I was at both fights. I thought he won, but he won, like I said from the beginning, close. Even the judges had it close. All 3 judges gave him a unanimous decision by 1 round. So they only edged him by 1 round. But I will be the first to admit, even though I had Ward winning, and I thought the right man won, it was good and it was close. But even a fight like that, I could understand the argument of Kovalev winning more than Tyson Fury winning 10 rounds, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But he knows with 2 10-8 rounds that fucked him. So now he has to say he won a gang of rounds. Like if he only had 1 knockdown, it wouldn't have been that bad because he would only be up against 1 10-8 round. But having 2, that puts you back some rounds. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that sounds crazy that he's really telling people in a 12-round fight that he won 10 rounds. The whole world knows it. It was a massive robbery, and there's no possible human way that even in them first 3 rounds where you didn't really land, even though that you only outlanded him in the total 12 rounds, 13 more punches than him, and they weren't the power punches, that there's no way possible that you won any less than 10 rounds, which would have made it a draw or a Wilder win. That sounds comedic. That sounds so far-fetched. But that's the talking point he has to run with, because if he doesn't say he won 10 rounds with 2 10-8 rounds, it would have resulted in if it wasn't 2 10-8 rounds and he didn't say he won 10 rounds, then it would have resulted in either a draw or Wilder winning. See, there's always people in the comment section, like, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, they're never going to get it. Edward Woodson, I'm not even going to bother to explain. He says, Ward is more complete than Kovalev. Really? Bro, you just didn't. I just told you that I had Ward winning both fights. And you're trying to focus on something so minuscule. If you can't comprehend, then this is not a good channel for you. Because I know what I say, because I'm there when I say it, and I'm very thorough. I know the words that are coming out of my mouth. I said Ward won. I was at both fights. However, I could understand the argument, somebody pushing it and saying that Kovalev won the first fight more so than Tyson Fury won 10 rounds. You can't deny it type shit. And then you gonna say, oh, what you mean, really? Y'all don't even get the message. So, I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. But I know Ward's more complete. When did I never say Ward wasn't more complete? You're saying really, like, oh, really? I didn't say Kovalev won either fight. Keep up. You guys got to learn to keep up. I had Ward winning. I never said he wasn't more complete. So you saying that shows me that you didn't comprehend what I said. I'm saying Ward is complete. You said Ward complete, really? Wilder have that country Superman power. Hell yeah. Tyson Fury really see, these dudes be faking. That's why I don't even like talking boxing with some people. What did he do in the first 3 rounds? Maybe even the first 4. But we'll start with the first 3. What great, prowess and what he didn't even, it was like he was warming up, if anything. He was just doing movement and stuff, trying to stay safe. He was feeling them out and stuff. Wilder was actually landing harder punches and body shots and stuff like that. So you really, depending on how you scrutinize those first 3 rounds, you could really make an argument that Wilder won the fight. Because if you gave Wilder 2 rounds up front and then the 2 10-8 rounds, then he would have won. I'm telling you, that's how boxing is scored. But once again, people are so emotional. They're going off of, and this is, first things first, we got a lot of casuals in the sport, so they don't even know how to score boxing. They score everything with the eye test without knowing the actual criteria of what you're even supposed to be looking for. They also ask for validation and opinions. So you got to understand that most people that watch boxing, they don't hear Jimmy. They don't even know what they're supposed to be looking for or looking at anyway. They're just going off of how they felt at the end of the fight, you know? And sometimes other reasons than that, like what a person looked like and race and, you know, who you wanted to win. We was kings and shit. You might want to delete that comment. My shooters might have to clap you. So, anyway, some people don't know what they're talking about anyway. They don't even know what to look for. So that already takes care of a percentage of people. Then there's some people that might know how to score boxing or how boxing is scored, but they look for crazy stuff and stuff. They're not, you know, they're insanely biased and stuff like that. They're not really critiquing each round. Like I said, put it this way. If Tyson Fury, what I'm saying actually makes a lot more sense than what they're saying. If Tyson Fury dominated Wilder like you were saying, like these guys are making it sound like, damn, Wilder couldn't do shit with him only in 2 rounds. Why did the 2 rounds even happen? Why did he even get to a point where he was knocking him down? If you're so dominant, if you were dominating, if you're dominant from round 1 all the way to 8, then what caused the knockdowns? So obviously you weren't in as much control as you thought. Right? How are you in as much control as you thought, but then you get knocked down late twice, once really bad. So that doesn't even make sense. And the other thing, you know, statistically, is if Tyson Fury was dominating like this crazy performance, then his stats weren't indicative of that. How do you only outland your opponent by 13 shots and they weren't power punches and you dominated him? I guarantee you, this is off the top of my head. Go look at the stats for Rocky Fielding versus Canelo, and Canelo's percentages are going to be crazy high. Because that's an actual domination. He beat the shit out of him. And even if it went the distance, even if it wasn't a TKO or whatever, if it continued like that, Canelo's stats would be crazy. You know, his percentage, he would have outlanded, just having that type of explosive start. Even if Canelo slowed down later in the fight, his stats would have been up because he outlanded Rocky Fielding so much in the first half of the fight. So even if somehow it went the decision, and Canelo slowed down, he already did so much aggressive work early and outlanded him so much early in the front half that his stats would show that. Tyson Fury outlanded Wilder by 13 punches, but y'all claiming he like dominated Wilder. Like that, look at like Robert Guerrero versus Floyd Mayweather. I promise you, Floyd Mayweather, this off the top of my head, if I'm wrong, we can do some type of contest for the fans. Off the top of my head, go watch that telecast. I don't even know the answer, but I know what I'm saying. I promise you, fucking Floyd Mayweather landed a lot more shots than Robert Guerrero, because that was actually a masterclass. And Guerrero couldn't hit Floyd because he's actually really defensively sound. Tyson Fury is good for his size, but he's not, he's not like a Mayweather type. Stop it. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to get a screenshot. You're lucky there's copyrights and all this shit, because I could show y'all. If there weren't copyrighted fights and shit, we could really just break it down that way. But, yeah, I promise you, that was a fight that went 12 rounds, and there was no knockdowns. And I promise you, Floyd Mayweather outlanded Robert Guerrero. You could see it. Just from the eye test, I could see it. And I promise you, he landed more than 13 more shots than Guerrero, because Guerrero had troubles hitting him because Floyd's defense. Wilder had trouble hitting Fury in spots, but then again, in those first 3 rounds, it was pretty competitive. First 4 rounds, pretty competitive. Then in the middle, had trouble hitting Fury. And then obviously he did what he did in them 2 rounds with the knockdowns. See, somebody just looked it up. Shout out to, yeah, we need some clap emojis. I love when y'all do that. We need clap emojis for Christoph Harrison. Come on, we need clap emojis. Fury never hurt Wilder. That's what I'm saying. Wilder, people confuse hurt with being tired. He looked tired from missing. He didn't look hurt. Listen, we got 15 seconds to get some clap emojis for my man so I can read his comment. It says he looked it up. Mayweather lands 60% of his power shot. All right, we got a hot seat. Mike Johnson says, terrible comparison. You're in the hot seat. Why is it terrible? This is how we do them. Why is it terrible? No, explain. Why is it a terrible comparison? We're talking about 2 fights where I'm telling you that went 12 rounds. So it's not like one was a knockout. They both went the full 12 rounds. They're both modern day fights that we can remember. So what's terrible about the comparison? You act like I took a first round knockout fight and compared it to a 12 rounder. The fight wasn't similar. Strike 1. Explain. So why is it a terrible comparison? How is the fight not? I'm talking about 2 fights that went similar. And you're right, it wasn't similar because Floyd Mayweather actually performed a masterclass boxing performance and Tyson Fury didn't, like you guys keep saying. So yeah, in that regard, it wasn't the same because Floyd has a better defense and he's sharper. So yeah, you're right, it wasn't the same. But I'm still using similar metrics. And that's actually, it's not the same, which is what I'm comparing. So why was it a terrible comparison? I'm still taking 2 12-round fights, and I'm showing you the difference between an actual ass whooping and an actual masterclass boxing clinic and what Tyson Fury did. So why was it terrible? Strike 1. This is easy work. So tell me, why is it a terrible comparison? You're actually proving my point, and you don't even know it. You're proving my point. Charlo Harrison was similar. It doesn't matter with knockdowns. Knockdowns don't matter. I'm talking about 12-round fights, and I'm showing you the difference between a masterclass boxing. The other thing is Charlo versus Harrison. Nobody said that either guy was a masterclass boxer. Strike 2. You see how they try to derail from the subject? Nobody said Charlo put up a masterclass boxing performance or Tony Harrison. That was a close competitive fight. You see how they try to derail the conversation? People said Tyson Fury bodied Deontay Wilder and it was a masterclass effort, a boxing clinic. So I'm showing you an actual recent boxing clinic and showing you the difference. You know, and you brought up Charlo Harrison because it has knockdowns. We're not talking about that. I just want to know, like, people said, nobody said that Charlo or Harrison put on a masterclass boxing clinic. So once again, that's a distraction. Strike 2. I told you this is some easy work. What else you got? This shit too easy. Easy money. He thinking about his neck. The only reason I'm comparing it is because people said this about it. They said Tyson Fury won 10 rounds, which is a similar type of scorecard that you probably could have gave Robert Guerrero versus Mayweather. Maybe gave Floyd 12 out of 12 or 11 out of 12. I said the knockdowns. Let's vote. Did he explain himself? If he did not, put your L's up. If he did, say yes, and then we'll extend this. So if he didn't do a good job of surviving the hot seat, put your L's up. If he did, and you want this to continue, put yes. It don't have to be tit for tat for the knockdowns. The whole point is we're talking about masterclass. People said Tyson Fury put up a masterclass performance. I'm giving you a masterclass. Shooter, get rid of him. The fans spoke. Get rid of that dude. Shout out to Christoph Harrison. He said, actually, it's a great comparison. Floyd Mayweather was coming out of jail, out of the ring for a while, gained weight, and went in against an aggressive fighter. Now we're talking. Exactly. It was after the Cotto fight. He did that bid for the domestic violence plea agreement. He had gained weight, and he had that fro when he got out of jail. And then that was his first fight with Showtime, I believe. So, yeah, it is actually a really good. And I appreciate you for knowing the sport and picking it up. You know, just like Tyson Fury. But guess what? Floyd Mayweather did that with no tune-ups. He dogged his mandatory, which since you guys like mandatory so much, people forget about that. Robert Guerrero beat Celtic Iden, was Floyd Mayweather's mandatory. And he had beat Berto, right? And he dogged him. No tune-ups needed. Tyson Fury, you know, took 2 tune-ups, and that's what he produced. Floyd came straight out off the cuffs, you know, out of a jail cell, and did that with Guerrero on a new network, you know, when he was getting all this money with the new network. So that's pressure because he just entered this new deal. And Canelo was pressing them. See, I know my boxing. Canelo was like pressing and was supposed to be on the undercard, and Canelo was mad because he wanted the next fight, you know, if Mayweather won. So there was a lot of pressure on Floyd. And guess what? He performed. Tyson Fury, he did well, you know, moves well for a big man, but it wasn't no masterclass performance. Easy work. These boys getting chopped up, man. Mayweather versus Marquez was a master class, not Fury versus Wilder, and that hadn't one knockdown. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's pure separation. Tyson Fury didn't show this crazy separation like you guys are making it out to be, and like he's making it out to be. 10-2, 10-2, catches bullets with his teeth. He didn't show that type of separation. I know you guys want to think that. And think that, that's why he's getting the 100 mil. He didn't show separation like that. And again, just explain it. Most of the time, if you have a masterclass boxing performance at a high level, once you get a guy's rhythm and range and you're like outboxing the fuck out of him, you can, unless you do something dumb, which Tyson Fury really didn't derail from the game plan, he just ended up getting caught. It's not like he did something that caused it. He just got caught. So what happened? Why did he get caught twice? Listen, on that note, I'm out. Mic drop. Appreciate you guys for your time. New media, just dig a hole. It's over for old media. They ain't not fucking with it. They cannot survive the hot seat. They know what they're saying that will make sense. Tyson Fury did well. He boxed well, whatever you want to say. But again, I never rated, and I told you that from the beginning. Like Paulie and other people, they said it was like, oh, this crazy man. I never rated his performance, and I was there. I never rated it as like this crazy masterclass, once in a lifetime performance. It was a solid performance, a good performance. But again, if you really have a masterclass ass whooping, you usually aren't getting knocked down twice late in the fight. Just look at any masterclass. Who's getting knocked down like Sugar Ray Leonard versus Roberto Duran 2? Ray Leonard wasn't getting knocked down twice late. You know, Mayweather's giving you several masterclasses. Gotti, Corrales. He was dogging Corrales. That was dogging someone. Rest in peace to Chico. But that's dogging a fighter. Gotti, that's dogging a fighter. And guess what? Mayweather wasn't getting knocked down late and hurt late. He had total control. I even say the Cotto is a masterclass because he had difficulties up front and then he pulled away, start hurting Cotto in the 12th round. Holla at the boy. Mayweather Canelo, another masterclass. That's what I'm saying. And guess what? As the fight wore on, he started dogging Canelo worse. In the 11th round, I think was where Canelo punched the ropes and then Floyd was like looking out the ring and stuff and trying to make him look crazy. Something that Billy Joe Saunders copied. But that's another story, another topic. Holla at the boy, man. The Gypsy King, just disappointing, you know. And the thing is, Wilder now, he might want to target Joshua, which could end up freezing out Tyson Fury on ESPN. Because who they name the $100 million worth of fights that Tyson Fury is going to fight without Wilder or Joshua? Because if Wilder fights Joshua next, or after Dominic Brazil, then one of them has to take a loss. So Tyson Fury Tyson Fury, he did a decision that was more selfish to his life, and it could come back to haunt him, because they could really starve him out. Here, peep this. Wilder versus Joshua will have all the belts. I'm just saying, if Joshua gets past Miller, of course, and if Wilder gets past Brazil. So why would they come to Tyson Fury if you're undisputed champion? Why would you come to ESPN? Because he's the lineal champion? Stop it. Explain this. So, how's ESPN going to get their $100 million worth of fights? Please tell me. If Wilder targets Joshua now, and Joshua is like, oh, it's mine, and goes after Wilder, then Tyson Fury's pretty SOL. Because who's he going to fight? He going to fight Dillian White, Joseph Parker, Kubrat Pulev? That's not $100 million worth of fights. I don't even really care about the Pulev fight at all. Parker, that's extremely light. He's already taken 2 L's. So if Wilder fights Joshua and they can get that together, then one of them has to lose. And then, that's going to lessen a Tyson Fury fight with the loser. And then why would the winner have all the belts in the division, and either Joshua beats Wilder or Wilder beats Joshua, and you think he's going to come to you on ESPN and he's sitting up here strapped up with all the belts in the division? So I don't understand why, Fury's he's doing a lot of like boss talk, but he's really not in a position of power. Somebody explain this. Explain, if Wilder and Joshua fight, the winner becomes undisputed. Why would they succumb to Tyson Fury's demands and fight where he wants the fight to happen, when they have all the hardware and they just came off of, which would be a great fight, Wilder Joshua? Why would they listen to Tyson Fury? So how does he have the power? Please let me know this. So all they have to do is fight each other like they should have done, and then Tyson Fury is frozen out. Once again, explain that. And then how's Tyson Fury going to get 100? Because again, his style is not, he has to be with the right dance partner for it to be engaging, like a Dillian White, Wilder type, Joshua type. Those would be exciting fights probably. But if he fights Joseph Parker, you seen Parker AJ, that was one of AJ's most boring fights. So I can't imagine it be this high level. Joseph Parker versus Dillian White was a good fight. Once again, styles make fights. Dillian White brings that type of fight, and he's doing stuff that Joshua didn't do, taking different risks. That's why Joshua versus Parker was boring. 2 technical guys trying to figure it out, versus Dillian White. You got one technical guy and one guy who's just like going for his. So again, if we get an undisputed heavyweight champion, how do they have to play by Tyson Fury's? That's what I'm saying. Tyson Fury, I don't think he thought this through. Just because you're with a big network with money, that don't give you the power. That don't make you the A side. Again, if Wilder fights Joshua, that is undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. That is the cream of the crop. That is the #1 heavyweight. Tyson Fury can run around saying, I was a lineal champ and I'm the Gypsy Warrior and all this stuff, but he won't have anything to back it up. Wilder Joshua is still a major fight, and it would be for undisputed. So, and Wilder Joshua, most likely, it sounds like the terms for Wilder Joshua, they both want rematch clauses. So Tyson Fury could very well be fucked. He's thinking, oh, I'm on ESPN. I'm the man. I'm getting 100 million. Who you gonna fight? Who you gonna fight for 100 million? The best fight that I could think of right now is Dillian White and Tyson Fury. Like easy to make fights. And that's just because Dillian White's going over there. So yeah, Tyson Fury, he made his bed. He's going to have to line it. This could go real south real quick, Because I know if I'm Joshua or if I'm Wilder and then they actually link up, fight, there's going to be a rematch clause, most likely. But beyond that, you're the man in the division. Andy Ruiz is with Al Heyman now. So that doesn't happen unless Al Heyman wants it. That's the last thing I heard. Andrew Ruiz is with Al Heyman. So once again, Godfather Al still holds the cards. I told you guys this. You guys, they say, oh yeah, Eagle's a PBC fanboy. He loves PBC, you know, all this shit. All right. That's what happens when you have a big stable. ESPN got money, that's cool. But they don't got a big stable in the heavyweight division. And they don't have any belts, you know, other than lineal, whatever he has to show for the lineal shit. They don't have active belts that they pay sanctioning fees on, probably. Joshua has that. Wilder has that. So, you know, Fury could have got boxed in. And then we'll see. Like, you know, we'll see. But that move financially could be smart for Tyson Fury, but legacy-wise, it might not be. Once again, you guys are asking me stuff you can answer yourself. He said, what about Usyk moving up to fight Fury? Usyk is with Eddie Hearns. I can imagine, since he's on DAZN and with Eddie Hearns right now, co-promoted by Eddie Hearns, I think K2 and Eddie Hearns. Why would, if is he moving to heavyweight, why wouldn't Eddie Hearns just make Usyk and Joshua and keep the money in-house? Why would he want to help Tyson Fury out? He don't owe nothing to Tyson Fury. So that don't make sense. Usyk is co-promoted by Hearns. So if anything, I would feed Usyk to Joshua and see what happens. Since you're co-promoting, you know, you're promoting or co-promoting both. Why would Eddie Hearns send his guy to ESPN? So that's what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn could stall him out too. Gerald Miller's a DAZN fighter. Usyk's co-promoted on DAZN. And Joshua's on DAZN. So Gerald Miller, let's say he beats AJ. Then there's a rematch clause. I already know there is one. So that's going to lead to a rematch. Who's Tyson Fury going to fight in the meantime? You know? He's gonna force Wilder to come to ESPN and not get a good deal or some shit. Listen, Tyson Fury doesn't have the power that he thinks he has, because Wilder could be pissed and say, you know, I'm not fucking with ESPN. Maybe he says I will go to ESPN if the deal's right. I don't know. That's up to him. But what I'm saying is Tyson Fury doesn't hold the cards like he thinks he does. Because if Gerald Miller beats AJ, then that's gonna lead to a AJ versus Gerald Miller rematch, because there's a rematch clause. If AJ beats Gerald Miller, I don't know if Gerald Miller has a rematch option, but AJ could fight. He can't fight Dillian White now. I'm not saying he can't, but Dillian White being on ESPN, I don't know that would happen next. So Joshua might as well fight Wilder for all the marbles, and he's saying that's what he wants. So who's Tyson Fury going to fight during this time? Just map it out in your head. He could fight a tune-up and then fight Dillian White. Then what? You know, or fight the guy that knocked out Brian Jennings or Joseph Parker. Those aren't fights that really make Tyson Fury into a household name. Like I'm just being serious. Who even watched the Brian Jennings versus the guy that knocked him out? Who watched that fight? That's a star builder American fight. Tyson Fury versus a guy that knocked Jennings out. You know, Tyson Fury versus Joseph Parker. Two styles that probably aren't going to complement each other well. Rivas, yes. Jose de Jesus watched it. Who else watched it? See, this is the thing. We have hardcore boxing fans, so I'm sure some people watched it. I was covering Broner Pacquiao, so I didn't watch it. I just seen the highlights. But my whole point that I'm making is that's not a main American attraction type of fight. Not at all. That's not something that's like, oh, he's popping in America now. Fighting our American champion would do that. And Tyson Fury had to know that, and he went the other route. You know, it is what it is. But this could come back to bite him, because this is what they always do. I'm telling you, the people at top, a lot of times they have money, so they try different things, try to see what works, but they're not necessarily making smart decisions. They cashing out all this money, but not thinking the whole thing through, or they don't know enough about boxing to, you know, they leave it to the matchmakers. You know, people play their position. Like, hey, I got all this money to front you for this fighter, so give Triple G $40 million. But they're not thinking about it. Triple G, who's he gonna fight? Where it makes sense. Klitschko, DAZN gives him $42 million and Triple G $40 million. How you gonna make your money back? Jennings was beating Rivas too, so just because he stopped him late, you know, is there really a big, huge market for Tyson Fury in Rivas? Or is it going to be another Safari Pineda type of guy where nobody even knew who the person was? We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But I could see this could, you know, Tyson Fury is more at other people's mercy than he thinks, even though he's with a big broadcaster. He's like walking around like, oh, I'm with the biggest U.S. broadcaster, so they got to come to me. But I don't see that. If Wilder fights Joshua and they're undisputed, why would they come to you? Honestly. Why would the undisputed heavyweight champion come and fight on your terms? And at best, you have a moral victory where some people may have said you won, but the judges didn't say you won, and you don't have any of the hardware. And again, you have a moral victory. You have a draw, and then most likely a light tune-up fight that nobody really cares about in your next fight. Most likely, but we'll see. So how is it? How do you hold the cards to force people to come see you? Because you're a big broadcaster, that's not how it works. Because guess what? I seen some recent fights on ESPN, as big as they are, and nobody watched them. And the thing is, ESPN, they're trying to get HBO boxing shares of the game, but they cover all types of sports. So it's actually better that Showtime and DAZN, particularly, they don't cover this vast array of sports. So ESPN, they always have a tap out, you know. They always have a safe word, if you will, because they're like, oh shit, we'll just talk about basketball coverage. We'll just put more first takes on. We'll just do college football. We'll just show this. We'll show golf and volleyball, all this shit, right? So they always have a backup plan with ESPN. DAZN, they don't have a bunch of sports that are the breadwinners. They got Bellator and boxing, so they can really focus. You know, they don't have to be a jack of all trades. Same thing with Showtime. Showtime, I don't know any other sport that they cover other than boxing. They used to have Strikeforce and shit. So, you know, the boxing could lose its luster on ESPN to the point where it doesn't become the priority, just like HBO, if the right fights aren't made. Like, you know, we'll see. But like, let's say Terrence Crawford beats Amir Khan, right? Who is Terrence Crawford going to fight on ESPN that makes a lot of noise without dealing with Heyman? Listen to me. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford's an awesome fighter. Who's he going to fight? After, let's say he gets past Khan, he's a favorite. So it's like people keep saying, oh, ESPN got all the money, but they don't have all the fighters. They got some quality fighters, but they don't have everybody. Who is Terrence Crawford going to fight beyond Amir Khan without dealing with Al Heyman that really take him to the next level? He gonna be shadow boxed. Hey, y'all tripping. So it's like you can't burn your bridges too much because you don't have these crazy stables. Like Jose Ramirez is solid, but his last performance, I don't really think. I think that's something they were trying to build, Crawford versus Jose Ramirez, but I don't feel like it's that strong now because of that performance with Zepeda. Who really wants to see Ramirez move up 7 pounds? I'd rather see Regis Prograis or something versus Jose Ramirez than Crawford Ramirez. I still don't understand why Crawford re-signed with Top Rank. You know, people, it's just like, why do you know people that have jobs and they don't like it? I'm not saying he don't like it. So be clear on that. I'm not saying he don't like it, but I'm saying it's the same principle. People have jobs that they don't necessarily like, but they don't go look for something else. You know, sometimes people, they have like comfort zones. You know, I'm the fighter. I need to focus on nutrition and strength and conditioning and training and sparring partners. So they like that familiarity, you know. Top Rank, no, you know, I work with Christina Poncher, Bradley's there, you know, I know who's going to be there. I know the staff, I know the PR people, you know, they've always been cool or decent to me, cool. So they like that familiarity, you know, and sometimes that is one less stressor for them. So, you know, money's presented. I'm like, fuck it. Why they didn't pay Crawford like that? That's what I'm saying. And Crawford has, again, he's an American. See, we gotta switch this narrative, man. Like I said, I wouldn't even mind it if they paid foreign fighters and boasted and bragged and put them on pound for pound lists and did all these like specials and backstories, but then they were treating our American champions and top fighters the same way, because then it would be even. He said, because Crawford's a black American, that's why. You know how the game goes. And then when we bring it up, they say we hating. But like I said, you tell me, all these other dusty ass channels saying the opposite, why aren't they on the top, you know? Make it make sense. You notice how I notice people be like, the black channel, you know, say crazy shit like that. But then, so what's the non-black channel that does commentary day in and day out that's popping like that? Commentary, not fight weigh-ins and interviews and stuff like that. So what are we talking about? Because listen, if you're not going to listen to thing, because we're not about soliciting a bunch of name dropping. It's really a rhetorical question because I know the answer. You know, they all, oh, the black channel, you know, say this shit. But okay, so then there should be a non-black channel that's just destroying the competition, because that's what I guess is in, or, you know, whatever the situation, whatever they're complaining about. You tell me. You know, and it's the same thing with like I keep saying with old media. They say whoever, like Lomachenko is the greatest, and Ego's hating because he has a constructive criticism. Ego only likes these fighters or black fighters or minority or whatever they say about me. But then, okay, so I only like black fighters and minorities. That's what they say or whatever, right? Then the fighters that you're uplifting, why aren't they fucking with you? You get what I'm saying? You know, like if you're Triple G's biggest champion, or Vasyl Lomachenko, or Tyson Fury, how come he's not fucking with your movement? You've never said nothing bad about Tyson Fury, even despite this deal, but he's not reaching out to you. He's not like, oh yeah, good job, and let me know when you want to exclusive. Well, how come? You know, I'm so biased. They said I'm so biased, but I got friends all in this industry. I used to love Golovkin until his true colors start showing. See, they know this stuff don't make sense, so the only thing they could do is say, oh, it's stupid, and, you know, but they're not going to disprove it. So that's all we care about. Please tell me why Tyson Fury, like all the, so when I I'm saying my fair, objective, constructive criticism on this Wilder Joshua Fury situation. They say, oh, ego hating. He hating on Tyson Fury or whatever, right? So, okay, so I'm assuming you're doing the opposite. If I'm hating, I'm a hater on all these people, then you should be covering his fights. You should be getting the exclusive. You should be like talking to him, you know? You know, if new media ain't it like that, you should be doing more. You should be growing at a rapid pace. But that's not what I'm seeing. You know, I see a lot of channels like giving up and changing and, you know, stop making video, ain't uploaded in 20 months and shit. New media, I told y'all it's coming. I told y'all. Y'all gotta tell the truth. Tell the truth. Gotta be honest with yourself in this boxing game. That's really what will get you the farthest nowadays. Oh, I didn't know people. You had to sidebar me, email me or something. He said they posting cartoons and shit. Now, I don't know, Looney Tunes and shit. I don't know what people are doing. I just know I don't see certain shit on my home feed anymore. I don't hear about people used to say certain channels in my name, you know, in the comments. I don't see none of that. So something had to have changed, I'm imagining. So if new media and Boxingego, if I'm not it and this ain't it, then there should be a lot of people that took over, took my spot. We waiting. We working. Holla at the boy. Mic drop.